Hey, it's Kate. I hope you're having a great day. What's in the cottage garden today? We're planting up the new arbor. I just built this garden arbor and it's set up along the main path through my new cottage garden. Now that I have the growing space cleared, I'm ready to get it planted. And here's the plants. I got some tomatoes, cucumbers, nasturtium, and a few seeds to add as well. I've got the seedlings ready, some aged horse manure to mix into the soil around them. So let's get these planted and I'll walk you through them after. On this side of the arbor, I'm planting the tomatoes. These are sweet million cherry tomatoes. They're a popular variety and very productive, making long cascading trusses of bright red fruit, and they mature in as little as 60 days. This variety is also great for beginner gardeners as it has good disease resistance. This makes it a perfect candidate for my cottage garden since I've chosen it for both its productivity and looks. So these indeterminate tomato vines will be able to smother this side of the arbor and hopefully make it through the summer looking beautiful. So I mixed in a few scoops of the well-aged horse manure, which really left the soil feeling nice and soft. Found a bit of bindweed and got the seedlings planted deeply. Next to the tomatoes, I'm adding an African queen nasturtium. This is a vining variety for climbing or trailing with beautiful variegated leaves. Although I've been finding these variegated varieties seem to come out solid green half the time, so I picked through mine to find the ones I liked. They're not much to look at now and have some damage to the leaves from watering in the sun, but they should quickly bounce back and grow up to 5 feet tall. I'm a little on the fence about putting them right next to veggies because they'll probably draw in a lot of aphids. And then further out to the side, I'm adding some basil. I saw this blend of mixed basil at the store and couldn't resist. So I'm spreading the seeds here and I'll have to thin them as they sprout, but it should produce a mosaic of basil plants with foliage varying from green to purple. This is a great place for basil because it's a classic companion plant to grow with tomatoes. It's said to improve vigor and flavor of tomatoes when planted together. And it also might help repel aphids, asparagus beetles, mites, flies, mosquitoes, and even tomato hornworms. Now on to the other side of the arbor. On this side, I'm planting 2 cucumbers. They don't look special right now, but these should be extremely productive varieties. I have cucumber mini-me and Tyria. Mini-me, of course, produces small cucumbers about 3 inches long, and Tyria produces long cucumbers up to 14 inches long. These two seem like complete opposites, but they actually have something in common. They are both parthenocarpic plants, which means they can develop fruit without fertilization. Most cucumbers produce male and female flowers that need to be fertilized, so only the female flowers will produce fruit. But with a parthenocarpic plant, every flower will grow a cucumber. On top of that, the cucumbers will be completely seedless. So again, I mixed some of the horse manure into the soil, and both of these pots had 2 plants in them, which I managed to separate and got them planted. The extra 2 will go into the vegetable garden. Next to the cucumbers, I added another African queen nasturtium to mirror the tomato side. And to round it off, I'm also adding some dill, which is an excellent companion plant in the garden. It attracts a variety of beneficial and predatory insects, including ladybugs, parasitic wasps, hoverflies, and bees. Just make sure you let it flower. So after I got all that planted, I decided I should add some of my alyssum seedlings, and I thought I could squeeze them in on the inside of the arbor. They'll provide some good ground cover, filling in the lower space, and help to cover the base of the arbor. They have a lovely scent and will also attract pollinators. So I have white, pink, and purple alyssum. Unfortunately, I dropped the tray of pink and purple when they were young. I did manage to save a bunch of them, but now they're probably all mixed up and I don't know what color they are. So we'll have to wait for them to flower. So as you come out of the house, this is how you see the arbor. The tomatoes are on the left, the cucumbers on the right, and the nasturtiums at this edge. So they'll fill it in and add some extra color. Some might call these plant choices unconventional for a cottage garden, but this is exactly the style that I'm aiming for. My cottage garden plan includes productive plants alongside the ornamentals. The big picture plan is to create a space that can be both beautiful and productive to our home while also helping and improving biodiversity in our garden. So make sure you follow along to see how this garden comes together. So I'll have to keep these watered to get them settled in and seed sprouted. But for now, that's one more step in the cottage garden started for this year. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.